So we are now on. And as I make my way over to the mat, I'm going to start off our practice in a seated position. So I'm going to just take and bring myself to prepare for a gentle and reflective kind of meditative state by sitting with my heels in front of my belly button, my knees lower than my hips, and my spine nice and long. As we come into this space, yoga really isn't about like the physicality of it. It's really about connecting within. It's about unifying yourself, and especially our monkey mind. And when we unify and when we connect, we get to tap into our sacredness. We get to tap into our embodied wisdom. So I'm really glad that you're here with me this morning to start off our movement practice, to sit a little bit, to become aware. Begin to fill yourself with light and awareness. No judgment. You're just listening to your breath. Begin to notice the inner metronome of your heart and observe. As your belly rises and your belly falls, simply relax into the breath. You might even feel that your eyes are darting around, so maybe find one spot out in front of you to look at, or maybe even look internal as you witness the beautiful rhythm and the easy rhythm of your heart. Be aware of the breath as it filters all the way to your toes. Feel it moving through your knees. Appreciate the sensation in your hips. Witness the breath in your belly. Feel the shoulders calm as you watch them melt down your back, creating more space in your heart. Continue to fill yourself up as you watch light and also lightness enter your body. Now that we've settled in to our observing mind and the moment-to-moment awareness of the breath, let's prepare ourselves for a gentle movement practice by guiding your hands in front of your heart. Interlace your fingers, the odd grip, and then kind of rotate your wrists one direction and then the weird direction. And then on your exhale, press your palms down towards the ground. And with your inhale, reach your arms up high to the sky. Feel the peacefulness of the breath as you sway to a side. And then we'll sway to the opposite side. Just staying calm and focused with the breath, guide your body back to center. And on your exhale, release your hands. Maybe you rotate your wrists again as they come down. And we're going to take our hands to our hips. And just like a washing machine, we're going to breathe out, exhaling through the mouth, a little bit of a twist. And remember, we're just tapping into that unification process, connecting with ourself. So no judgment. Breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth, twisting. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, twisting. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, twist. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then come on back to center. And with our next exhale, we're going to dive deeper into the integration process by getting off our seated position. And I'll just put my block to the side. And I'm going to come into child's pose. So I'm going to gently come onto my mat with my knees as wide as they can go, which creates space for our bellies to breathe. Bring your hands forward. And if this is as far as you can go, no problem. You can stack a pillow, you can stack two fists on top of each other, or bring your hands out in front of you, forehead to the ground. And this isn't an active state. You're resting in this space. Your head is below your hips, which kind of sends fresh oxygenated blood to your brain and turns on your parasympathetic nervous system. Feel the belly rise and the belly fall. And once again, become the observer, the witness to the sensations. No judgment. With your next exhale, we're going to take and press ourselves up into a neutral position. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, wrists in line with the cut of your mat, or just kind of in a comfortable position for your body of today. Spread out your toes, press the shoelace side of your feet to the ground, and then inhale, lift your heart, belly hangs, shoulders broaden. And exhale, press belly to spine, rounding and opening the back. And inhale back to a neutral position. We're going to open up the arches of our feet. So take the ball mounts of your toes to the ground and then walk your hands up to get a good stretch through the arches of your feet. So there's tons of energy lines through your body, and you're waking up all of those nadis, those flowing rivers of energy. Take a good breath in. Calm, long breath out. And then let's walk our hands back forward. Kick out the feet, waking up all the nerves. And find another cat-cow as the feet relax. And breathing in. And breathing out, letting it go. Arching your back like a silly cat. Now position, almost the same kind of thing. Roll your toes under, but instead of walking your hands up the thighs, we're going to try and lift our knees up and send your booty back. So send your behind back. You're in a little bit of a squat using your hands and your feet. And then straighten the legs and walk out to your dog. Point the toes out a little bit. This will give us more room. Just walking them left and right and left and right. And then come to the ball mounts of the toes, bend your knees, let your head hang. And then straighten out the legs as your hips go high. And just like a mountain, try not to let your thoughts erode your practice. Feel your hips lift high, feel your body strong, and just keep witnessing the sensations and the breath, appreciating the moment. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into a high plank. And if you need to bring your knees down, go for it. But we're just taking a breath as our elbows point to the sides of the room, so shoulders reach wide. And we'll bring down knees, chest, chin, everything comes down. Tops of the feet to the ground. Bring your hands back a little bit and lift up. And we'll do that 2 more times. Lower down, lift up, lower down, and lift up. As you lower down, and this time you're gonna press into your hands and your knees, bend your knees like you're gonna go into cat-cow, send your behind back and hips go high. Head hangs, breathing deeply. All right, so doing the best that we can, let's try that breath by breath. Booty high, back long, body strong, but also really resilient. Just responding with the breath. Breathe in, high plank. Breathe out, lowering down. Welcome to put the knees to the ground. Breathe in, belly and thighs can stay on the ground or off the ground. And then rolling your toes, hips go high, down dog. Lowering your heels if you can. Shoulders reaching to the sky. So instead of pushing down to the ground with your hands and feet, you're almost like pulling up, growing taller and taller like that mountain analogy. And then we'll look forward and step one foot in front of the other to make your way to the top of the mat. Head hangs down, little bend in the knees, and then roll your body up to standing. And with a big breath in and an easy breath out, staying in that gentle meditative state. So you're facing the front of the mat. And now we're gonna do a really gentle flow. We're gonna move from a warrior to a reverse warrior to open up the sides of the body in a triangle. So I'm going to continue like you, but I'm sideways so you can see me. Facing the front of the mat, we're gonna take our right foot and open up really wide, facing the cut on the right side of the mat. My arms are nice and wide, and I'm gonna gently bend right knee, knee over the ankle. Arms extend, bones hugging muscles, muscles hugging bones. With your inhale, we're gonna reverse the warrior. So take your left hand to the left thigh, right arm up high to the sky, and you should feel a stretch from your right thumb to your right big toe. Try and keep your right ankle over the knee, but not beyond it. And you're reaching. Now straighten the leg, and almost as if the left hand is pulling your hips, reach, hips out, right arm comes down. Simple triangle. Breathe deeply. Shoulders back, eyes are calm. And see if you can rotate left arm wide and gaze high to the sky. So you find an expression. Look down to the right hand, let that exhale bring you up. We'll take our hands and we'll turn our toes to the other side. Now your toes are kind of pointing to the left. Expand your arms out, and just to make that sure your shoulders aren't in your ears, rotate the palms up, elbows to the ribs, lunge into the left leg. All right, here we go. Palms face down and reach your arms out nice and wide. As your arms are wide, you can really feel you're not reaching too far forward or too far back. Try and keep shoulders over the hips, arms expressive. And here we go. We're gonna reverse the warrior, right arm down, left arm high. If you need to bend the elbow, if your shoulder is bugging you, go for it. Find what feels good for your body. As you lunge into the left thigh, Reach back with the right side, creating space for your lungs, your ribs, the fresh oxygen to flow. And then straighten the leg as your arms reach out, almost as if you're pulling your hips to the right. Reach left arm down, right arm high. And I don't know if you could hear that, but my hip just popped. So I definitely needed this stretch. Left arm down, brace it against your leg, and reach right arm back. Full expression. So you're lengthening and opening, shoulders reach back, heart calm. You're just once again finding that union with yourself. Mind, body, empowering your heart, tapping into the wisdom. Exhale to the left hand and come on back up. Take your hands to your hips. As you point your toes forward, we are now going to do a forward fold. So do the best you can. I like to bend my knees a little bit so I don't overstretch the hamstrings and I engage my glutes. Hands to the hips, heart is high. Let your head hang down and we're just gonna fold forward. Neck is long. I can touch my head to the ground because I have a long torso. If you want to, bring your hands to the ground. And we're gonna turn this into a twist. All right, keep engaging your glutes, straighten your legs as much as you can. Take your hands and walk them to the right foot. Left elbow can come down as your left hand touches the foot. Reach your right arm high. You can even rotate your wrist. Right hand comes down and we'll twist to the other side. And remember, you don't have to do anything that you don't feel comfortable. You're simply breathing, tapping into this moment. Left hand comes down, head hangs down. And now all I'm gonna do is bend my knees. So I'm in a nice little squat and I'm gonna walk my hands over to the left foot and frame it out. And simply step back, down dog, pedal out your legs and feel your body come into balance. You're welcome to bring your knees down and be more in a cat-cow. Couple more deep breaths here. And if you want to, we can shift into an up dog and then back to a down dog. All right, walk your feet close together. Reach your right foot back, even deeper hamstring stretch, and step your right foot forward. Left knee and shin down to the ground. Inhale, hands to your right thigh. Now you can stay right here. You're getting a really good hip flexor stretch on the left side, or keep the left hand to the outside of the right leg and bring your right hand to your tailbone. Gently twisting and breathing. Lift your heart and notice your shoulders. Relax. Everything is engaged as you practice breathing. And come on back to center, and we're going to do a lizard stretch. It seems funny, but we're just going to come onto our hands, and you're going to roll the left toes under and straighten the left leg. So this is sometimes called a lizard. You are breathing and feel that really nice space in your hip. Just waking the hips up. And I'm simply going to step back carefully into down dog. Same thing, you can stay in your down dog, or you can make it a little bit more active by moving into an up dog and back to a down dog. But remember, this is your practice, so really honor wherever you're at. We're going to find the crescent lunge on the second side. So reach the left foot back and step left foot forward, right knee and shin down. And I'll inhale, hands to my thigh. Really notice the conversation your pubic bone and tailbone are having with each other. Make sure one's not dominant. so that you have a neutral base. And right hand outside of the leg, left hand reaches back to grab on to your tailbone. And use this as stability so you can stand tall. Feel your hand at the base of the spine, offering length to your torso. Shoulders calm. And gaze is internal. And then come on back to center and we'll find that nice little hip opener. Hands inside of the left foot. Roll the right toes under and find some big juicy circles as we wake up our hips. Whew, definitely woke it up. Okay. With your next exhale, step back. Head hangs, palms shoulder width apart, hips nice and high. A little bend in the knees helps to lengthen the spine, then go for it. Once again, you're just respecting the space that you're in right now. If you want to stay in this dog, welcome to, or else we're going to inhale, up dog, a little compression through the low lumbar region, and then exhale, down dog, flushing out the toxins. All right, we're going to take and walk our feet to meet our hands. And with a little bend in the knees as your head hangs, we're going to slowly roll our bodies up to standing. Fingers down, bodies calm. So we've been doing a lot of things on our hands and our knees, and we practice some standing poses. Now we're going to do another balancing pose that is kind of like a camel, where camel is you're on your knees, your hands are to your back, and you're stretching out your hip flexors where it's a back bend. And we are going to try a little bit of a balanced pose by bringing our right knee up. Right hand and left hand are going to reach back and try and grab on to the foot. So we're getting more of that stretch that we would get in camel and a nice opening with our shoulders. So I'm kicking foot into hand, hand into foot, but I'm trying to keep my hips in alignment as I broaden the breath. And then release, foot comes down. So let's try the same thing on the other side. Left knee comes up, stable base, foot comes back, hands reach back, and then kick, foot into hand, hand into foot. Whew, I can really feel it. Try and keep your knees in alignment with each other, heart lifting high, and I can sense the foot pressing into my hands, broadening the shoulders. And then release the foot down. We're just going to shrug our shoulders as we shrug them up, back, and down. A great way to release any tension from computers, up, back, and down. And now we're going to go forwards, up, forwards, and down, up, forwards, and down. Keep observing the mind, and we're slowly just going to make our way to the earth again. Inhale, reach high. Little bend in the knees. Exhale, dive all the way down as your head hangs like a giant weight. With a little bend in the knees, reach your hands forward. And we've made our way to a seated position again. And this time I'm not using a we're going to go into a gentle spinal twist. Take and bring your right hand to the outside of the left leg. Left hand to the outside of the right leg. Right hand reaches back behind you, and your heart lifts up, twisting and opening. And then guide your body back through center as you take and bring your right hand outside of left leg, left hand back behind you, coming into a twist. And then guide yourself back forward. So we worked before to kind of get our hamstrings and our hips open. And because we sit so long during the day, we're going to do something which is called stacking the logs as our last little pose here. So we're going to take the left shin and place it underneath the right shin. And this might be as far as you can go. Your knee might be high, but we're just trying to create space along the IT band and into our hips. Lift your heart, and if you can, you're folding forward. Back is flat, lengthening from the tailbone to the crown of the head, and you'll notice as you stack the logs, you're kind of getting deeper into your hip. Same thing we do in our seated practice, where we place our ankle on top of the knee and then fold forward. Be really kind to your body. And then come on back up. And we're gonna take our legs and shake them out and do the same thing on the other side. Bringing your right foot, right knee in line with the cut of the mat, left ankle on top, spine is nice and long. Big breath in and easy breath out as you fold forward. And you're only going to fold as far as you feel comfortable. Some people have really open hips and can melt to the floor, and other people can really feel it, even if their knee is nice and high. So be kind to your body as you observe the breath. And then gently come on back up. With your next exhale, take again and shake out the legs. Shaking, shaking, shaking them out. Okay, so now the last thing that we're going to do is happy baby. And this is fun. You're just going to lay on your backs and grab your feet and kind of sway from side to side. And if that is too much for you, you're welcome to just grab your shins. And like a little baby with that childlike wonderment, sway from side to side, massaging your tailbone, allowing yourself to just rest into the floor. And whether you're in happy baby or this child's pose, begin to let go and open your arms and legs wide. Let's give ourselves an opportunity to simply breathe right here. Feel yourself melting into the floor. And once again, observe your mind. Simple inhale and a gentle exhale to tap into the sacredness of the moment. Witness the belly rising and the belly falling as you've made a greater connection to yourself. So you're welcome to stay right there, melted out on the floor. Or if you want to, bend your knees to your chest, give yourself a little hug, just like that happy baby. Really in awe of this moment. And then gently come on up to a seated space. Bringing your hands in front of your heart. Hopefully our practice together gave you a wider perspective and an observing mind. As your hands are in this position of balance, the Anjali Mudra, feel the peace of the practice wash through you. Thank you everyone so much for being here today to create a calm and focused mind and a relaxed and balanced body. Hopefully you enjoyed these tools to build resiliency and thrive. In thought, in speech, and in action, may the merits of our practice together benefit all beings. I'm wishing you tons of love and lots of peace as you go about your day. Thank you. Namaste, everyone.